Good evening, Alana. Thank you for attending our Zoom interview for our company Wiz. I am Ebony Holden, the sales manager for the company.
And I'm Claire Leach.
And I'm Cassandra Laurent.
Hi, nice to meet you guys. I'm happy to be here.
Oh, good to have you.
Yeah. So we're going to have some questions for you, and at the end, we'll leave time for you to ask us some questions, okay?
Okay.
All right. Are you ready to begin?
Yeah.
All right. What work experience did you bring to this job that will aid you in performing the duties of this position?
I think I have a lot of sales experience. I've been in sales for about 4 years now. I've been a manager for about two of those years. I'm very comfortable working in a sales community, and I definitely think that I can perform all the duties that comes with this position, just with having so much experience already.
Thank you. Tell me about your soft people skills, personal attributes, personal traits, communication abilities, etc.
Usually I am pretty personable with the customer depending on what I'm selling them. Like right now I'm in phone sales. So depending on what the customer needs and stuff like that, I'm not going to push them too much into like getting an iPad or something like that if they don't need it. Especially if I'm getting like someone elderly, I'm going to make sure they get a phone that fits for them. So I'm very personable in the with the people that I sell to. I don't want to give them something that they don't necessarily um, don't need, right? But definitely finding out the interpersonal communication with them can definitely get you a sale somewhere else, like an accessory or something like that as well.
Most definitely.
All right, thank you. And don't mind me looking down, I'm just taking notes.
Oh no, you're good.
Do you prefer to work individually or in a team environment, and why?
I don't really have a preference on that. I think that I'm pretty good in a team setting, but I can definitely work on my own as well. Like when I first started out with the company that I'm with right now, it was your based off your own sales. So basically, like I am in a team setting, like I have other coworkers and stuff, but you're there to make your own money. But then going into a manager role, you're basically making commission off of them, right? So you have to build that team building and stuff like that. So I'm definitely comfortable in either or situation. Um, so yeah.
All right, thank you. How do you see yourself working in an office that can be very busy? You will find that you are frequently interrupted while trying to complete your tasks.
I definitely don't get distracted easily, so I think that I would definitely be okay in a busy environment. I can stay focused on what I need to stay focused on. I've never really been interrupted in that sense. Like, for instance, I'm in school right now, and when I do my assignments and stuff, I listen to music in my ear. So it's kind of just something that I can just block out and totally focus when I need to.
All right. And my last question for you is, what are your strengths and your weaknesses?
I would say a good strength I have is that I'm always money motivated. So basically, I'm definitely here to strive with commissions, stuff like that, or depending on how you guys do the pay structure. But I would definitely say that I'm motivated in whatever I do. So basically, whatever your company provides and offers, I definitely know that I would be able to perform if I need to. I would say a weakness is mm, sometimes I can be a little bit too confident, I would say, and then sometimes that might lose the customer in the sale, something like that.
All right, thank you. So I will go ahead and hand it over to my colleague, Cassandra.
Awesome. All righty. Thank you so much. I really loved hearing your interview so far. So what was your biggest success?
I would say my biggest success is so basically like with the company I'm with right now, it only took me about 6 months to get into higher roles in my company. And so they saw that potential in me that I could do the job and stuff like that. And I got into training for higher positions very early on. And all the past jobs that I've had as well have also seen that type of potential in me. So I definitely would see myself growing in this company if you guys would give me the chance.
Oh, of course, that is amazing. Good for you. Um, what are you most proud of?
Um, I would say that I'm proud of a lot of things, but I would definitely say that I'm proud of the person I'm becoming. I definitely am always striving to grow and build myself higher. So, I would say that for sure.
Oh, good. And, we're always looking for somebody who is just always willing to grow with the company because we are a smaller startup. And so it's just nice that you are looking to grow with us, and that makes me excited. All right. So you told me about what you're most proud of and your biggest successes. Can you tell me a little bit about maybe like your biggest failure, like maybe a moment in work life that you weren't so proud of?
Um, Let me see. Does it have to pertain to work or can
It
it
does
be?
not. It does not have to pertain to work.
Okay, so basically when I was like 19 years old, I moved down to Chico on my own and I lived with my cousin at the time and basically, it was my first time living by myself, and I didn't strive down there the way that I needed to, and I ended up moving back home, and that was something that I've always regretted. I feel like I had the not the best mindset going to do that type of thing in my life. So, yeah, I would say that was one of my biggest failures.
Okay, I totally understand what you're talking about. I have a similar experience with relocating to a different state and like the culture shock or just, having these expectations. And so you just got to think about it as just like a huge learning experience.
Yeah,
And that's, yeah,
like
it's
if
definitely,
I sorry.
oh no, go ahead.
And like if I went into like moving there with a completely different mindset, I feel like I would have definitely grown down there, but I feel like I was not in the right mindset to be moving at that time. So I was still like really dependent on like, like family and stuff like that. So
Oh, well, you
being
were
on my own, I
19,
was like,
100%, 19 is a young age, especially Chico, from what I've heard, is it's a college town, right? It's a party town. So it's
Mhm.
kind of, I don't know. Um, I don't know. I don't know much about Chico, but that's all I
Yeah.
know about Chico. But anyway, sorry to get off track. So tell me about your first job.
My first job was when I was 16. I actually worked at McDonald's.
Nice.
Uh, I definitely loved that job. I worked with all of my friends and I still think it was one of the best jobs I've ever had, but it was probably just because I had that experience working with my friends and that
Sure.
I would never probably get that again, working with your best friends. It's not
100%. What was your
literally,
favorite part of working at McDonald's?
it actually taught me a lot. So when I got my first paycheck, it was only $80, and I will tell you, I thought I was rich.
Yep, I feel
So I
that.
literally, but everything about the job, it gave me like money management, also like professionalism, customer service, stuff like that.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much. I'm gonna pass you on to Claire. It was so nice talking to you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. How do you handle tight deadlines and pressure?
I'm pretty good under pressure. I would say that I actually thrive with pressure, especially meeting a quota and stuff like that. You definitely need that type of pressure. Um, and then what was the second question?
And tight deadlines and pressure.
Oh, tight deadlines. Yeah. So usually quotas like monthly. So I would say the deadline's like month by month. And I would say that I meet my goals every single month and I actually go higher than them as well.
Oh, awesome. And then what would you say keeps you motivated?
I think I mentioned this before, but I'm definitely money motivated. I like to make money. So that's definitely my motivation. It's not the fact that I like want to spend money and stuff, but I'm in a single household, so I'm very independent. I have to take care of myself, so I want to be able to go do things that, people normally wouldn't want to be able to do or be able to do because of money, and I don't want money to be an object that is the reason I can't really live my life. I do, you know, work to live, not live to work. So that's why sales is definitely something that I like to be in because it doesn't um, have a cap on how much money you can make.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
And then what interests you about this company or role?
I definitely think that I can see myself growing in this company. Like all of you are managers. I definitely would want to be alongside you eventually. Um, I definitely think that the growth here in this company is just a lot more from what I'm with now. So I definitely want to be able to help you guys strive in this company and basically see how far I can get.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And then could you describe a challenging situation you faced at work and how you handled it?
Yeah, so when I first started at the job I'm currently at, I didn't know too much about the system. I didn't have enough training on it, and I did express that to the manager at the time that I didn't feel comfortable taking customers by myself yet because I didn't know the system that well. And basically, I did assist the customer, but I definitely messed up the account pretty bad. And it turned into a huge escalation, but the customers, they weren't at fault for me. I definitely was calming them down the whole time, expressing to them my situation with their situation, and they were very understanding of what was going on. But it took about a day or two of them coming back into the store and resolving the issue that I messed up. So I definitely think that I learned a lot from that as well. Don't push yourself into doing something that you're not comfortable with yet. Because I know that sometimes, being a manager in that position now, like sometimes you kind of do have to push your employee to kind of, you got this. Like you don't you don't want them to just basically sometimes they get a little shy and you know that they can do it. But in my case, like I was not comfortable at all with the system. So I definitely learned a little bit from that situation.
Mhm.
So I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Yeah.
If you face a situation where you had conflicting priorities, how would you decide what to prioritize?
So I do always tell every job that my first priority is school. So, I am currently still in school. I'm about to get my AA and I will be going on to getting my bachelor's. So you guys, basically, if I do get the job, my availability does change depending on the semesters. So, I will be able to base the availability at this job as well towards the schedule that you guys have as well. I can gauge it pretty well. I don't know if you guys do set schedules, but it would be a lot easier for me to have a set schedule so I can base my classes off of that. But I will tell you that my first priority is school. So basically, if my schedule needs to change here or my schedule needs to change there, we would have to kind of figure that out and have communication.
Okay, sounds good. And then did you have any questions for us?
Yeah, so are you guys based on commission, salary, or what's the yearly?
So what's unique about Wiz is not a commission driven sales position. What is salary based and it is entry level, but it's at a pretty good starting entry level pay, which would be 50K. There is room for growth. I would say that this position does cap around 66,000 per year, but I mean, you have a lot of time to grow. It's like 3% increase in salary per year as you attend, and then it can increase to 5% to 8% as long as you're here. So it's a longevity driven position.
Okay, and then do you guys offer benefits? Is it full time?
We offer full-time and part-time positions. So whatever, since you are in school, whatever works for you and whatever you're comfortable with, I know how it is to work too much and go to school as well. So yeah, whatever you feel comfortable so you can, provide your best for us. We don't want you to feel overworked.
Gotcha.
And
Could
then the benefits are based off of full time and part time. For
Oh,
full time, it would be a 401K, dental, vision, health, vacation, and sick. For part time, it would just be sick leave.
okay, gotcha.
So is
And
there anything else you would like to add that you weren't able to, or anything else you want to ask?
um, think that's about it on my end. Um, so actually, sorry, I do have one more question. So, basically, like with the growth, like, do you have to be with the company for a certain amount of time to get promoted, or is it kind of like you do interviews based off the promotion and stuff like that within the company? Do you guys hire within to get higher like pay first? Stuff like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
yeah.
we definitely do like to hire within the company because we like to see our team grow in terms of their position and their knowledge. Okay, so we definitely check with our employees first to see about promotions. And then there's opportunities where there might be somebody coming in a little higher than you, depending on if there's a position that they fit. But we definitely like to put our current employees first in regards to promotion.
Yeah.
And like I said, there is yearly salary increase, and the longer you're here, the higher the increase goes until you cap.
Mhm.
Okay.
Something that is pretty cool. We also do shares, profit sharing. So each year, usually it's if you're here for a year, then you get like the big profit sharings, which it's really nice. And so we don't do like Christmas parties or anything because we feel like our employees would rather have the profit sharing at the end. So that's a really cool benefit to have.
So is
Um,
the profit sharing like a bonus?
it is.
Okay.
It it is a bonus. Yeah, it's really nice. I've only worked for a company that did it once, and I'm glad that we do it too.
Yeah, that's awesome. I've never really had a company like that. That's really cool. Um, I do have another question. Um, is there room to apply to other positions in this company, or are you kind of just stuck where you're at and then grow from there, or could you grow in another area?
Absolutely, you can grow. Like, say you wanted to check out our lighting department, you wanted to be like a project manager, or you wanted to do check out our excuse me, sorry, brain fart. Our social media coordinator position, you definitely can check that out. That's a great opportunity as well. You did say that you were working on your bachelor's, so you do need a bachelor's for that entry level position. But since you are within the company and you wanted to, you know, play around, we could probably make an exception and just teach you. But if we were hiring outside, we would recommend a 4-year degree in, sales or, media for that. But yeah, there is so much room to grow in different departments.
Awesome. Well, that's
Yeah.
about it for questions for me. But thank you so much for the opportunity, and I hope you guys have a wonderful night.
Yeah, you've been great. It was so nice to meet you.
You too.